potatoes.
Now. Got to see Mickey
And Pluto.
and Pluto. Let's go. So now we're at Rafiki's Planet Watch, heading down to the station. And we're going to take a little ride along and chill out. Wildlife Express to Conversation Station.
Vlogging is our live stream.
Yeah, hello! So the train's just left, but we have about 5 minutes until the next train arrives. So we'll be jumping on that with you guys and showing you the lovely train journey as we go around. Okay, see you in a bit. Train. Here we are. A little bit sunburnt.
Con las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Siéntense hasta atrás, pegados al respaldo de la banca. Y por favor, vigilen a los niños. Gracias.
Welcome aboard the Wildlife Express with service to Rafiki's Planet Watch. Here, you'll discover a wide range of animal adventures, from the affection section, where you can get up close and personal with domesticated animals like goats, sheep, and more, to sneak peeks at animal care in action at our veterinary, nutrition, and science centers. Also, be sure to check out the animation experience at Conservation Station, where you can learn to draw your favorite Disney characters inspired by other animals from one of our animators. The tradition of animals and animation reaches all the way back to Walt Disney himself and his long-standing passion for conservation.
See a picture of an animal. See pictures of animals. So much to edit.
So much to edit now.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining. If you are enjoying everyone, please remember to give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new here.
I feel like they all are like me. Just want to sit in the sun and chill.
I remember when you used to come in here, you used to come up and
There we go.
hello, babies. Hello.
They're all like, this is feeding time.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. You're watching on YouTube. That's awesome.
Hello. Yeah, about an hour.
So you guys can see a little bit what we're doing today. A preview of the vlog.
Preview of the vlog.
Oh, I think Shane can go and pray.
I think we've got an escapee.
Oh, literally, I remember when I used to come in here as a kid, they would just be everywhere. everywhere. Just on the head, there's a couple here. Hello. Brown one with the white cloth. Do you wanna pet one?
Hello. There you go.
Hello.
Oh, you're roasting.
Oh. Really enjoyed it though.
Yeah, always hot.
I think it reminds him of her.
Hey.
Take care, but it's
Hello. Hello.
I think it ran over there. I didn't notice that one. This is the... Yeah, that's where I was right there.
So we're going to head out back to the train. Now we've done some animal petting and now head back to the park and do some attractions, I think, or just walk about. I don't know, we haven't decided yet.
Yeah, I think we'll stay on for about another half hour. Like I say, we're just losing about an hour today, so we can get some more attractions there. And Shane can see more.
Too loud.
Everyone, we are stuck on the train. I had to put my feet out. We've been stuck out here for what, at least 20 minutes now. And we're baking, aren't we?
Baking.
You baking a cake?
You know what? Instead of listening to me talk, how about some tunes?
Have you got any tunes?
Kind of sounds like a train moving, doesn't it? So our stream went down because Streamlabs has crashed for whatever apparent reason. We can't even connect to it. So
Yeah.
So we're going to continue with the vlog anyway.
Yes!
Because this is more reliable. And yeah, we're having a good day out. We've just done the train back. We did some animal petting.
Yeah, now we're gonna go get something to drink.
Yeah, because the canteen is empty. So we're going to go and get some drink and then continue to, I think, the safari, if anything. Yeah? You're looking forward to doing the safari?
Safari is one of my favourite things here.
So yeah, we'll see you in a minute once we've got our drink and head back to safari. Oh dear, and here we go. The walk. And now we're going back into Dino Land, USA, through the back doors.
This is the main door.
No, you took me, well then, you took me through the back doors for my first experience. Rude. Rude. Absolute rudeness.
The plan is we're going to go get something to eat, maybe even something to eat, and then hop back over to see the lion.
I thought you were going to say hot bath then. I was like, what? Hot.
Then hop back over to the Lion King to catch the last show. And Pandora.
Yeah. I do apologise about the gap in the sentence. She just buffers every now and
No,
again.
because I'm forgetting we've got one other thing to do before Pandora actually. Safari, how could I forget? The safari.
Safari. So yeah, we'll be back with you shortly, guys. So we got our drinks.
Yeah, we had some food.
So we got one of these refill cups, and what we did is we just kept refilling it and filling our drink bottle up, but shh, we never did that. So we've got a full bottle there, fresh, with ice, and we've got this cup. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to wash the cup out, and then we're going to go back later and refill the bottle up again using the same cup. Shh, no one said anything. So yeah, we're going to go and continue around the park now, to the show.
Yeah, we've got 10 minutes to get to the show. Will we make it?
But I feel a bit more like...
Energized?
No, refreshed.
Energized.
My mouth was so dry before, it was untrue.
I think it's because we were caught in that train for like 20 minutes.
So, here we go. We've made it.
Are allowed during the show. However, for the safety of our performers, we ask that you turn off all external lighting on your video camera, cell phone, or other electronic device. Once the show begins, this entire theater will be filled with our performers. If you need to leave for any reason before the end of the show, please see one of our cast members.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome. We have been expecting you. We are here today to welcome you, one and all, to a celebration, a festival of the Lion King. Welcome to our world. I just can't wait to be king. Hello. Look at me! I'm in a parade! You're looking good! What are you? Let me hear your trumpet triumphant.
Hi, everybody. Hey, Pumbaa, Timon, look at the one. It's the Lion King. Welcome, Simba. You're right on time. Hey, guys. It looks like we're all here. Let's go. Every creature of the world can sing. Let's sing.
Me and Ken on a mission here. It's showtime. All right, now move aside. That's enough. Let's settle down. Prepare for the coup of the century. Be prepared for the murkiest sky. Meticulous planning, tenacity spanning, decades of denial. They simply why I be king, undisputed, respected, saluted.
enjoy the show?
Of course, yes. How about you?
I loved it. I could see you was crying all the way through it. I got some shots of you crying anyway.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so they'll be added into this vlog. You'd have seen them anyway, but yeah, what a fantastic show. Love
but
it.
now, the battery needs changed.
Always the battery needs change. When are they going to invent an infinity battery? Yeah, so obviously the tumbling monkeys are back at the moment, but we hope they'll be back very soon.
It was good to see the birds though, they are back. They didn't go flying.
They didn't flying, but they're back. So yeah, I still love the show, even without the acrobatics and the tumbling monkeys.
I've actually never showed you it, so you didn't actually really know what to...
I've seen bits. I bootlegged a vlog. That's what I've done, and I've watched it.
So now we're heading over to Safari. It's only 15 minutes. Earlier, I think it was like a 70-minute.
Yeah. Maybe that's a sign that the park's started to quieten down a little.
I think a lot of people will be going there now because they would have done that show and then, I mean, they saw 15.
Yeah.
So a lot of people try and get this, like, especially if it's their only day, they try and do this like 2 times because it's so worth it.
Someone's stuck inside the house.
Yeah.
Poor people. Anyway, on we go. See you in a bit, guys.
Bye. The birdie. There you go.
Here we are.
It's open until 7:15 today, so it's closing a bit earlier.
Yeah. And here we go. In we go. So next time you'll see us is when we're on the safari. Hello? No one's in.
You did rebook it, so you're fine.
Did I? Are you sure?
I think so. Well, this is what you said you've been doing.
Don't know what you're on about. No one's in.
I just said please proceed.
Office closed.
During your safari, as the road can be rough and bumpy, and to keep your arms, hands, legs, and feet inside the vehicle at all times.
On outside the truck because, well, we can't stop to pick it up. Felt that. Knew that was going to happen. There we go. Let's go.
Hey!
It's all good. It's fine. Now, how we say hello, we say Jumbo. So, Jumbo, everybody. My name is Matt. Going to be your safari guide as you travel through Harambe Wildlife Reserve. No sense, spot a guide above you. Help identify the animals that we see on the reserve today. Might not be able to see all of them, but there's a good chance you'll see a lot of them. If you folks are taking pictures, great. Have the cameras out, ready to go. Have them set on the motion setting or this sports setting. I can't stop at every single animal, folks. I don't want to get you any blurry pictures. So a picture of an animal can turn into a picture of a tree. Now, as we're going along, we're going to get some nice close views of the animals. Now, because of that, one thing I'm going to say is do not call out to the animals whatsoever. No whistles, clicks, kissy sounds, clapping at the animals, anything of the sort. Any loud noises. Yeah, the animals, well, they actually really don't like it. They're going to walk away from us. And depending on how loud the noise is, they might even run away too. We don't want to lose those views of them as we're going along. First part of the reserve we're heading into is Little Aturi Forest, and forest is the key word there. You got to be on the lookout for any animals anywhere, the patterns, the coats that they have. It's going to help them blend in well into their background. Now, the first animal up to the right out there, right by the bamboo, now that's going to be an okapi. You'll notice that okapis have stripes in their hindquarters, so it looks like it's related to the zebra. But by studying their skeletal structure, we actually figured out that they're related to the giraffe. It's very similar, especially look at their head. It almost looks like the exact same as a giraffe. Now, it is nice to see the okapi somewhat out in the open like that. They are very shy and reclusive, to the point that they weren't discovered by the Western world until about 1901. Coming up to a watering hole here, gathering place for animals, so be on the lookout for anything at all that might be coming down to get a drink. Well, looks like I can see some activity coming up ahead. A couple different animals, and we're going to be one of our rare species.
I think something!
But coming up on the right, large black white birds here are saddle-billed storks. They stand about 5 feet tall, wingspan about 8 to 9 feet. Then all across the water there, that is a black rhino. Now black rhinos can run at about 35 miles an hour. They have a very thick hide. They may seem indestructible, but they've been hit hard by poachers. Sadly, there is less than 5,000 black rhinos in existence. It's counting zoos and in the wild. That's not a lot. Looks like I'm seeing some movement right up ahead here, so we're going to kind of move through the brush. You can see there's a rust-colored animal to the left. There's going to be some more up ahead here. This is a bongo, sometimes called ghost of the forest, because it's going to disappear in the back brush quickly and quietly. Both male and female bongos have horns, and you see how the horns are slicked back? Helps them run through the jungle without getting caught. Nice view of them right there. Alright, we're going to be leaving Little Aturi Forest. We're going to be heading right into the Safe River. I've been hearing reports of some hippos in the area, so let's go try and find some hippos. Keep a lookout. I can see two to the right. If you're not able to get a good view there, don't worry, we'll try and find some more up ahead. Hippos do that. They spend most of their time in the water in order to keep themselves from getting overheated. They can hold their breath around 5-8 minutes at a time. Hippos can swim. They really just kind of prefer to walk along the bottom of the river. Bounce more than anything. They walk on the bottom, bounce up to get air, and go right back down. I don't see anything around here. We'll try farther up ahead. Oh, there we go. A group of hippos are called a bloat, so I got kind of a bloat of hippos around here. Interesting reflex, and they're taking a nap underneath the water, and it's time for them to get a breath of air. Automatically lift their head up and get that breath of air and lower their head right back down without even waking up. Nice view to the left right here. Largely nocturnal, coming on the land at night in order to graze upon the grass that's along the riverside. One hippo in one night can have about 150 pounds worth of vegetation. Helps them get to that max size, about 5,000 pounds, you know, give or take like 500 pounds. We're going to cross the rickety bridge, and those are Nile crocodiles. Nile crocs grow 18 to 20 feet long, jaw strength more than 2,000 pounds per square inch, can and will take down prey like zebra wildebeest. A lot of time you see with their jaws open, that just helps regulate their body temperature. Gorgeous animals. Let's go. Now we are transitioning from one ecosystem to another, leaving the Safe River, making our way to the savannah. Different ecosystems mean different plant life and animal life. We're going to go see what we can find. Coming up on the right here, this is going to be a baobab tree. It'll stay leafless 9 months out of the year, retain water during the hot drought months, gets the nickname Upside Down Tree, and you can see why. We're going to see some more up ahead. More important stuff's coming right here. We're going to be coming up to one of the best views of the reserve, and this is the Serengeti grasslands. The grasslands will spread for hundreds of miles across eastern Africa, act like a super highway for the animals like zebra wildebeest. Also home to some of the more popular ones like African elephants, lions, and giraffes. Just a small snapshot of the Africa that we all work together in order to conserve and protect. I can see a zebra here, be on the lookout for giraffes. Give you a little bit of a better understanding, multiple different subspecies of both zebra and giraffe. How you tell the difference pattern that they have and the build that they have. Look at the pattern of this giraffe. Oh, excuse me, the zebra, excuse me. This is going to be a mountain zebra. Now, mountain zebra have bolder stripes on their hindquarters compared to the rest of their body. They also have the dewlap, or it's kind of like this flap of skin that hangs down from their neck. Helps them cool down during the hot days. It looks like I'm seeing some activity up ahead, so kind of roll that way. Large earthen mounds you can see around us here are termite mounds, hard as concrete. Elephants love using them as a scratching post. And then as they've been worn down over time, kind of like some of those to the right, you're going to see smaller animals like springbok, Thompson's gazelle climb on top of them. Use them as a lookout point for any predators who might be trying to hide in the grass. I think I can see some activity up ahead past the rocks here. Just going to kind of roll right on up. You know, I kind of have to get past this brush here. Might be able to get a view. Oh, looks like they might have moved on. Well, most of the activity doesn't look it's up ahead, but you can really see a lot of signs of activity around here. A lot of trees that have fallen down. Oh, well, elephants will do that. Just gonna knock the trees down so you get to the vegetation at the top. Giraffes, of course, will eat the undersides of the trees which will let light in. You can always tell the tallest giraffe in the area based off of how low the vegetation is hanging. Notice it's all kind of the same height. Zebra and antelopes then work together in order to mow down the grass, which will let little nibblers like gazelles, warthogs, springbok trim up the edges. In a truly balanced ecosystem, always plenty of food for everyone to eat. Looks like there's some activity scattered around here. You always have to check up in amongst the brush for any giraffe activity, that pattern that they have. It just helps them blend in and disappear. Now we're going to get another view of the mountain zebra off to the right there. One of my favorite things about mountain zebra, they have a zipper line down their back. None of the other zebras have that. Oh, coming up on the right here, small little gazelle. This is a springbok, full-grown adult despite their size. Springbok are incredibly fast. They have been clocking at about 55 miles an hour. Now the greatest animals you can see up on the left and around here, these are wildebeest, one of the animals that participate in one of the largest land animal migrations in Africa. What's amazing about wildebeest is they can go like 5 days without a drink of water. Helps them out, they're migrating. Several different names in Afrikaans, their name translates to wild beast. Yeah, that's a stretch. And then in Swahili, their name is Nu. That's G-N-U. They get for the grunting noise that they make. So best way to kind of think about it, cows go moo, wildebeest go nu. Well, it looks like you can start to see some giraffes right up ahead. Fittingly enough, group of giraffes are called the tower. Makes sense, so we're going to kind of head towards the tower up ahead here. So far, I'm seeing a mixture of adults, young ones. Be on the lookout for any baby giraffes. You can always tell a baby giraffe because when they're born, they're around 5 to 6 feet tall, and then they get to that average adult height around 18 to 20 feet. There we go, good view up on the left here. Now look at their pattern. You can see how it's kind of like this dark, jagged leaf edge. Now these are going to be Maasai giraffe. Good way to remember Maasai. Kind of think messy because the patterns are regular like.
Look at that one.
Now I'll give you an idea of perspective. Your eye level right now is roughly around 7 to 8 feet off the ground. Gives you an idea of how tall these giraffes are. Especially this one on the left here.
He said, oh my God.
Nice close view. Alright, so we're going to be heading towards the elephant country. One of the ways you can tell, there's some more fallen trees. There's a watering hole up ahead I like to check out. So we're going to see if there's any activity or any signs of activity. Let's see if our luck holds out. We've been doing pretty good so far. Well, currently right now we do have researchers working on the reserve. They are studying the elephants' vocal patterns. We're hoping that by understanding how they communicate, we can better protect them out in the wild. And we made headway. We figured out that elephants don't like the sound of bees. So to handle the conflict going on farmers, land, eating the crops, which is causing contentions, and sadly sometimes elephant life is lost. Well, with the beehive fences that are being made, elephants are staying away. The farmers still have their crops, and they also get a cash crop from the honey. Like this literal win-win for both sides. Good view to the left right there. So we are currently holding right now because there's an animal blocking the way up ahead. Not in front of my truck, but a couple of trucks up ahead. Animals do have right of way in our reserve, so if they decide to just walk in from the truck and stop, we let them. This is their home, not ours. Giraffes, rhinos, ostriches, they have a tendency to walk in front of trucks, walk out in front of trucks, walk back in front of trucks, and sometimes just stop and stare at trucks. So, yeah, it slows things down. To the left there, you can see the cattle. Those are Coley cattle. Horns around 5 to 6 feet long from tip to tip. Both male and female Coley cattle do have horns, and they're not kept for food. They're kind of kept as like a status symbol. So the more Coley cattle that you have, the wealthier that you're considered. So a good view of the elephants right now. And it's a little bit of a hot day, so you might occasionally see the elephants flapping their ears. Now what that's going to do is it actually creates this wind current across their body. And if you were to look behind their ears, you're going to see a lot of blood vessels. So it's these three right here are females. So like I said, both male and females do have horns. You can kind of see the horns are slightly different for each of them. And the horns, there is weight to the horns, but they're kind of like they're not as heavy as you imagine. They're almost hollow on the inside. Think like a honeycomb structure. They're going to circulate blood up in the horns, gets cooled off by the air, circulates back into their body, and cools them down like a natural radiator. Alright, looks like we've got a little bit of movement, but I am kind of, yeah, there we go. I knew she was going to do that. And you're going to do that too. Cool. Again, this is their home. It's not ours, so just kind of giving her that space and that clearance. We're going to kind of head down by the watering hole here. I have a feeling this one's going to cross in front of me over here, too. Nope, she's looking back at me. Are you going to let me go? Or are you going to stop right? Oh, you check back for them. Okay, go back to them. Nice close view right there. So whenever we do have animal stops like this, it creates just like this little bit of a traffic jam. It's perfectly fine, things will be able to stop go. It's okay, we get a little bit longer views of the animals, so no complaint on my side. I'm going to be coming up to a flock of greater flamingos here. Now, greater flamingos are the lightest pink and largest of the flamingos. And they get that pink coloration from the beta carotene, which is in the crustaceans at the... When a flamingo is hatched, it's all gray. Obviously a few gray flamingos here. These are young ones. Now, if you look towards the front part of the island, you'll actually see a few flamingos on some nests. So, there's probably going to be some eggs down there.
It's that time of the year.
Alright, so it looks like we're on the move again. I think I heard over the radio. It sounded like the animal was kind of out of the way, so we'll go see what it is. We are going to be rolling into rhino territory. It does get a name for the amount of rhino activity that's usually seen around here, so gotta be on the lookout. I didn't hear over the radio if it was a rhino or an ostrich, so let's see which one it is.
It better not be an ostrich.
Oh, it was a rhino.
It's a rhino.
As beautiful animals as white rhinos are, and rhinos in general, they are still being heavily poached for those horns. Now, if you look at their horns, and really look at their horns, you're going to see they're different. Rhino horns are made of compacted hair or keratin, the exact same thing as our fingernails and hair. Barely, if any, medicinal value whatsoever. You can see right here, rhinos are just gentle giants. It breaks all of the misconceptions thought about them. I kind of think of them as like armored cows.
Armored cows.
Now you can see that one's laying down in the mud, probably just going to start rolling around. The young one's going to come and investigate. The reason rhinos roll around the mud, exact same principle as elephants. It protects their skin from the hot sun, it cools them down. It'll also protect their skin from eating insects as well. Cute view right there.
Mom, move your head.
Alright, keep on moving. Always have to check up in amongst the brush for any more rhinos that might be laying down, because when they do, they look like, well, giant rocks. And look, again, more white rhinos to the left. You can actually see a mother and a baby right here.
Oh, look at that baby.
She's kind of grazing, hanging out. Nice view of them. Oh, looks like I can see a cheetah up ahead here, so I'm going to kind of roll up to get a nice close view. I see the cheetah left out. Now, we all know cheetahs are fast. They're a daytime-based hunter. They're going to use their eyesight for hunting instead of their sense of smell. They are one of the few big cats that can purr. I do not suggest going up there and checking it out, but they can do it. We're going to be coming up to the Kopis. The rocks will jut out of the savannah. Predators like lions will use them as a lookout point. Two female lions on the front, so we're going to pull around the bend and get a clear view of them. Now, sadly, lions have been hit hard. There is less than 20,000 lions left in all of Africa. That's not a lot. And the conflict that they're facing is a livestock conflict. When we have livestock of farmers are getting retribution. Thankfully, with the help of conservation groups and using the idea called living walls to protect the livestock, it's worked in some areas. We all have to work together to protect that to the left. We really don't want to lose one of the icons of Africa for forever. Now you can see the two female lions and the male lion laying down up there to the left. This good napping spot. I don't blame them, a little bit in the sun. There's probably a little bit of a breeze up there. Crucial for the survival of the pride.
I don't know what that is.
We'll keep moving around the bend here. I don't know if we're going to be able to get as clear a view of them as we did on that side. Unless they get up and walk over here, but we'll keep an eye out. That's a tree. Oh, well, that's a water buck up to the left there. Their fur has this oily secretion on it. If they ever feel threatened, they'll just dive in the water to get away. And they're almost like basically waterproof. Some warthog burrows right around here. Oh, okay. Back left. Walk around. Right along the rock while they're back. Warthog. Largest burrowing animal ever feel threatened, back themselves into a burrow. I wouldn't call them puma to their face, because in Swahili it does mean, foolish. Brown and white elk right here is a Bontebok. Coat has a purplish tinge to it. And another water buck coming up on the right. Some ostrich eggs off to the right there. One of the eggs weigh about 3 to 4 pounds. Ostriches don't like leaving them too long. Don't worry about the eggs though, incredibly strong. Even an adult male could sit on an ostrich egg nest and they wouldn't break. Let's see if the warthog has moved on over. You're still going to be able to get a view of them. Nope. I'll be making our way into a newer portion of our reserve, the Magadi Glen. It was donated to the reserve by local farmers to help out with conservation efforts, reintroduction, rehabilitation, so you never know what's going to be around here. Now we are on the outskirts of the reserve. And it does look like the reserve has been doing some innovation work with the wardens, and it looks like one of the wardens is currently raising some Nigerian dwarf goats to help out with the local village. So we're going to keep on moving. Now with the gate up ahead means we'll be making our way back to the warden station. We'll be dropping you off that. As we've been going along, we get to see a lot of amazing animals. We get to talk about the conservation work for elephants, rhinos, lions. A lot of times people wonder at home what we can do to help these animals out specifically. Well, the first step is research. Everyone has a favorite animal on the reserve. Research the animal. Find out what conservation work is being done for that animal and what help you get to the conservation groups for those animals. The other thing is going to be recycling, but what exactly? Well, old cell phones, laptops, computers, electronics, all of them have a mineral in them called coltan, currently being heavily mined here in Africa. The more you're able to recycle those items, the less land is taken away from the animals, and then we can do what Harambe means in Swahili, come together. We can come together, work together, everybody help protect the animals, so they'll be available for future generations to enjoy in the wild. We're just going to cut right through here. I'll be dropping you off at the nearest warden station. From there, just be a short walk back to Harambe Village. But if you are interested in any other up-close animal encounters, you can always try Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. Where there's a group of researchers studying a family of lowland gorillas that are in the area. There's a meerkat lookout point, an underwater hippo viewing area, and at one of the research stations there's a colony of naked mole rats. Always need to check out. If you have any loose personal belongings, now's a good time to make sure them gather together. You don't want to forget anything on the truck. I am going to be going on another safari after this, and it might take a little while to get back to you. Like 2 weeks. Waiting for one of these trucks to move. There we go. There we go. Now here in Harambe, we don't like to say goodbye to newfound friends, just so sad and final. I like to use a Swahili word which is Kwaherini, translates to go well. So Kwaherini folks. Jamba.
So guys, we've just done the safari. Emma's just having a drink, and what an amazing safari. We got to see so many animals.
Yeah, I was scared in case all the giraffes were away, but then we turned the corner.
And it was all out.
Because every time you go on that, it's so unpredictable, because obviously each hour, some of the animals go away. I mean, there's only going to be, I think, was it 7:15, I think the last safari was? So
it's a really good safari.
Yeah, so a lot of the animals, like you say, that's your place of home, that's your home, so unpredictable, but you got to see basically everything that I want to see. You got to see the giraffes, you got to see the
rhinos, elephants,
lionesses,
even bucks, water bucks.
Yeah,
so we've seen everything, even flamingos. Saying that though, I'm not a fan of flamingos, especially at the Planet Coaster. They make like fun. As you're seeing this, as you see as we go around, he was at it again.
Do you want to go and do it again, or do you want to go to Pandora?
No, we're going to head to Pandora.
Okay.
Yep. We'll head to Pandora and we'll explore Pandora some more. Or some, because we've not even been there yet. Ah dear, what a hot day. Thank God the sun's slowly going down. On 2 vlogs at one point.
Too early.
You can't do it too early.
You can just do part 1 to part 2. Everybody else stops.
Found sign. Yep. Pandora. I hope I'm not going to get conned into buying jewellery here. Pandora jewellery. You see what?